Hey, I'm Johnny Scoville, and this Chase the Heat. Thank you for being here, Barella, the man, the myth, the chili head. He gets it, people. Thank you for being here, Spicy Jen, Jane Aldrich, Chili Phil, Krista Melinda, Silver Surfer, Jeremy Fowler, Barbara Aldrich, Lacey, Silver, Roberta, good to see you. All right, everybody. Hi, Bard. Good to see you. There's Lisa Trimble. Good to see you, Lisa. Dizzy Dragon. Good to see you. CK Ninja. Good to see you, dude. We've got Michael. Hello there. We got Dale Cox, Robert Pop Springs. Greetings. Keith Kingman. All right, so listen, hit the like, but I'm gonna oh, gotta see this. Look what happened to her ear. It's so big it flopped over. I don't know if you can see. Your ear's down, honey. Let me fix it for you. There you go. All right, so look, here's the deal. I did a video this morning. Caleb, hello. Not feeling so good. Tommy hurt himself. He didn't know. He was on a ladder. Trimming. Look, you know what? Tried to have my act together today. I've been showing you guys photos on my phone. It's not really doing the trick. So here's the deal. There's the ladder. Tommy was on that thing. So he's like 6'2". So that he was standing on the first step, like not the very top, but the very first step down. And he was trying to cut the dead palms off of that. Now, obviously, the wall is probably 5 feet. All right. So he wasn't going to even get close of reaching it with a chainsaw. So what we have is this. We got this chainsaw that's got it's electric. It's on the end of a pole. He stood on the end of the pole and he dropped. And he hurt himself. And he's really hurt. It's like he got beat up, sore everywhere, like a car wreck. Toby, good to see you. Dylan, good to see you. So he's hurt. Sam, hello. And this morning he did a video, and he was going to do a video right before it starts. He's like, "Man, I can't sit there." Well, Brian, good to see you. I said, "Well, I'll sit there for you." So I sat there and I kind of, Dean, good to see you, bro. I started to talk to the lifeboat people, and I started feeling, I don't know if you could tell. I doubt anybody could tell. As soon as it was over, I was like, wow, man, my energy just went like this. And it's her fault. It is. I love her. It's her fault. You know, it's just too many. You know, you guys, I used to sleep, and I used to sleep 4 hours a night. I wore it like a badge of honor. I'm tough. I can get by in just 4 hours. You only sleep 4 hours? That's me. That was me. All right. And there was nothing cool about that. You're going to die younger. Google, read how important sleep is. You realize how, you know, it's an important deal, right? So forever, I got 4 hours sleep for years and years and years. And then about 2 years ago, I started sleeping more. And I was getting 6 hours of sleep. Now I like my 6 hours of sleep. And now I'm getting 4 hours of sleep because of her, but she's so cute. So she is 3.2 kilos right now, you guys. 3.2 kilos. So anyway, throughout the afternoon, I start feeling sore. I feel like a sissy for complaining about it. If you could have seen what that I watched it happen. You guys have watched stuff that happens like slow motion. It's like, holy mackerel. This was one of those slow motion things. Before it happened, I knew it was a bad idea. I don't know what, you know what he said to me? He goes, "I blame you, Johnny." I said, "Why?" He goes, "You let me do it." You know, and I'm 4 years older than him. If it was me, would have been a problem. Would have been a problem. I wouldn't have handled it so well. And I'm telling you, I'm not even just, he's an athlete. He that was it. He's in really great shape. And that's the reason he fared well. I'm telling you right now, if this happened and we're 10 years older than he is now, first of all, he's an idiot for being on there. And I'm an idiot for watching him. I'm holding the ladder like man, it was just Dumb and Dumber. So anyway, I'm feeling sore. I'm feeling like, I don't know. I hope I'm not getting something on. My back aches. Sorry, Tommy, for watching, because he's really sore. But look at that. Man, I need 7 to 10 hours of sleep or I'm grumpy. Man, I wish I get like that if I'm sick. If I'm really sick, I'll sleep like that. But I got to be really sick to sleep like that. But last night, this morning, 4 o'clock, I get this. Hit me in the face with her paw. A couple days ago, it was nicer. She was sitting next to me. She started purring. So it's like and then you pet her thinking it's like a snooze alarm. Maybe she'll chill out and I can buy 5 more minutes. Then she does this number. She sticks her paw out, hits me in the face. But she's fun. She's a good girl. So let me tell you what's going on. This is what's going to happen this week. I'd love to make an excuse and go, well, this is why it's happening. I don't have anything planned yet this week. Truth Finder, good to see you. Thank you for being here. I don't have anything planned for after the burn. You know what we're going to do? Tomorrow, if we have a wrench here, I'm going to do a Get to Know the Wrenches series where you get to meet the mods. The mods are awesome. They're amazing people. They help me a lot. So if one of the mods sitting in the chat today, hi Needles, if somebody in the chat right here, right now would like to be one of my interviews tomorrow for After the Burn, starts the same time as this, let me know. And we'll bang out number Tuesdays, because it's Tuesday and Thursday. Barrel Shape, good to see you. Triggy, probably late. Been on another live. I'm glad you're here. Look at that, Silver Surfer. All right, so Silver Surfer is going to be tomorrow's interview. How cool. Pretty. Silver Surfer is awesome. That's perfect. Thank you, dude. Roberta, Tommy is okay. He hurt himself. You know, whoops, Truth Finder. Good to see you. Roberta, Tommy's okay. He's just hurt. You know, he took a fall that would, look, true story. If you grab 100 men his age and you stick them on that ladder and they had the same fall, you know, most of them are going to end up in an emergency room. I'm sure of it. I'm just sure of it. It was a long fall, you know. And gravity doesn't fail ever, you know. So, people, tomorrow on After the Burn, get to know the wrenches. Meet the mods, people. It's going to be me and Tracy. Tracy is awesome. That's so cool. Tracy's got a great wife who's a chili head for real. But Tracy's a good friend of mine. So that's a perfect interview for tomorrow. So that's coming up tomorrow. Playing that out well. So tomorrow you'll see that. Wednesday we're gonna do 1 hot minute. Who's up for a 1 hot minute on Wednesday? Right? I'm up for that. Tad and Kit. Love Tad and Kit. Be honest, I was stunned that absolutely stunned that Tad hadn't fallen off a ladder with a chainsaw. Roberta just subscribed to Katie Purdy. Katie Purdy is going to have her first videos up today. I know I've been saying that for a long time, but I think we got all straightened out. The banner's going to constantly be changing, but she'll get her first video up today. I have a ton of shorts to upload for her, but she's a trip. Now, I guess she's hip to the fact that the window in the morning, the birds chill by the bird feeder. So now it's like handing a kid a video game, you know, for an hour. I am free of the cat. It's like for an hour, she just sits there. She's the most patient thing, just staring at the bird feeder. It's crazy. There you go. That's a good one, Dean. Anything you say, Johnny, is always planned well, even in the moment. You're awfully kind. Lacey is off to my music parents meeting. How cool is that? Have fun. All right, so Wednesday we'll do 1 hot minute, and then on Thursday, to be announced. I'm not sure. See, I am feeling something. My energy's tanking. I had a cup of coffee like 20 minutes ago. I think it would give you some energy. It really is the cat's fault. I'm not trying to be, just not getting enough sleep. And if I don't get enough sleep for one night, big deal. You know what I mean? I'm fine the next day. The truth of the matter is I'm sleeping. If I'm sleeping really well and I have a really bad night of sleep, the next day, oddly enough, I have more energy. If it happens for several days in a row, I'm hurting. But if now it's been 4 hours of sleep. I have a couple nights where less than 4. You know what I mean? She just does not stop, wants to play. She'll lay down, pretend she's going to fall asleep, and she's down for 20 minutes, and she's up again. I wouldn't change anything. You have to know that. She is a beautiful cat, and she's fun and loving and sweet. But wow. I mean, wow. Tree says, I'll tune in for most of these if it's after midnight, but what the heck? Sorry. You know what? We used to do, it's been a long time, but I've done like 4. I don't think I do one now. I've done 4 or 5 25-hour long live streams, 25 hours straight. No joke. I don't mean like taking a break every 6 hours, a half-hour break. I mean, I just left to go to the bathroom and came back and was like drinking juice while one of them was 26 hours. Absolutely nuts. Dale Cox is doing 1 hot minute right now, 3 warthogs. That's a dangerous man right there. You guys, a warthog is a wicked hot pepper. Needles, I can relate. My wife and I have 3 cats. What is a recent rescue that needs to get fixed? It can be noisy throughout the night. Yeah, here's the thing. Right now, when I sleep with her, she's in my room with the door shut. I am absolutely not ready to have her roam around in the night, and start breaking stuff. I'm getting her used to trying to get her on the schedule that the whole house is on. Not how well it's working though. And then when I finally let her out, I'm going to let her out and keep Squirrel in Tommy's room with the door shut. So for one night, she's out roaming by herself because I know the first night I let her out, if they're both out there together, it's going to be hell to pay. It really will be. Mike, bro, you're very, very cool. Thank you for doing that. You guys, Mike just gifted 10 Chase the Heat memberships. Holy moly. All right, so if you just got a Chase the Heat bus pass, that's what it's called, is a bus pass membership. Ghost Rider, good to see you. Mike, thank you so much. Mike's a star, you guys. He makes great products. Check him out. Google that name, Flaming Koala, in the videos. I've done a bunch of his products, and it's great. I frequently have his scorpion honey, bush scorpion, or bush honey in the scorpion. Bush scorpion in the bush honey. See, I'm sleepy. It's the problem. But anyway, thank you for gifting those, you guys. When I'm going to do 2 this week. Usually it's just Friday. We do the 1 hot minute bus pass only live stream. I'm going to do 2 of them this week. Probably 1 on Wednesday and 1 on Friday. I really do appreciate it. Lilac Lime, good to see you. Thank you for being here. You're welcome, guys. Great stream, Johnny, mate. Hey, everyone. You're a good dude, man. I appreciate you. Chili Phil needs to try the warthog. You need to. It's a wicked hot pepper. Tad, when Tad did it, and Tad's no sissy, you guys. He'll say, I don't have a tolerance, whatever. He's a beast. Tad ate a warthog. He had never had an endorphin rush. And I mean, he's eating some smoke, you guys. He really, with me on video, he'd never had an endorphin dump, and he had never experienced fire hose, which is an experience. If you haven't had it, he ate 1 pepper and got an endorphin dump, which was so much fun to watch. It was fantastic. In fact, you want to see it? I'm not going to show you the whole video. I'm going to show you the moment when the endorphin rush hit Tad. It was spectacular. I'll leave it in because it's such a great picture. I often refer to it. Where is it? Here it is. This is the moment where the endorphin dump kicked in for Tad eating a warthog. I love that. He was just questioning his life decisions right there. It's beautiful. But that's a wicked hot pepper. It is no joke. Hot, hot, hot. Mark Alberts, so good to see you. It was a great comment you left on the video just a little bit ago. Chris and Melinda is such a beast with that wrench. No joke. In fact, you're the next one. Tomorrow's going to be Silver Surfer. Can you do it next week? Can you do Tuesday of next week, Cam? Let me know if you can. Bus pass holders, check out the members only playlist. You want to hear a little nugget of knowledge? I didn't do that. Cam did it. Give her a wrench, give her some authority, and boom, look at the stuff she does. She's a beast. A fortunate husband. That woman gets stuff done. That's a capable woman. I dig it. All right, Triggy asks, what's the 1 pepper, Johnny, that you couldn't stomach and had palpitations or a rough night? Never from 1 pepper, not in a long, long time. I mean, here's the truth. I guarantee you that I had that experience with a habanero a long, long time ago when I wasn't ready. I'm sure of it. But in the last 8 years, no 1 pepper is going to do that to me. The hottest pepper I've ever eaten is a warthog. Yeah, I know, Tad. Everybody else knows what you're saying. You're thinking it. Everybody's thinking it. You're practically saying it. Needle said, ever since your tube of terror, I've never been the same. I'm definitely less brave. I did complete the challenge though. Needles, I'll tell you something. The majority of people that try that do not complete it. So you have my respect. Dale or Riverdale Gardens, hello there. Thank you for being here. Look at that. And we're getting stuff done here. We get stuff done at Chase to Eat. Tuesday of next week, a week from tomorrow, Chris and Melinda, Meet the Mods. It's going to be a good one. I can't wait for that one. It's going to be a fun one. Barrel Shape, only got an endorphin dump once from a Reaper. The extract sauces just make me vomit. It's your body's way of saying I don't want it. The truth is, a fresh pepper is oftentimes so much hotter than the sauce that has the same pepper in it. You know what I mean? Ghost pepper sauce is Ghost pepper is like 900,000 Scoville, or a little north of 900,000, pretty close to 1 million. Ghost pepper sauce, there's no ghost pepper sauce. It's probably even 50,000 out there. They're not that hot. They're hot because they're ghost pepper, but it's nothing compared to eating a ghost pepper. You know what I mean? It's a different experience, man. Johnny, the warthog did get you. The warthog did get you a little of that rogue. I'm pretty positive it was a rogue, but that said, I ate several warthogs that were hotter than anything else. And it was at a time where my tolerance was high. Barrel Shape, I didn't complete it. Listen, anybody can I tell you, I know what it feels like. It's a scary feeling when you start a challenge, you're nervous about it, you take the thing off and you start eating them. It's a frightening thing. When I drank the plutonium, I was so scared doing that. I'm not scared to tell you. I'm not embarrassed. Terrified. You know what I mean? I love the scary ones like that. They're fun. No. Can you desensitize yourself to the point where you don't feel the heat? You can desensitize yourself to where you don't feel the heat from lower peppers. When the pepper season is at its peak, just bought a tube of terror. When the pepper season is at its peak, I might, I won't feel a jalapeno at all. It tastes like a pickle, and I mean, you know what I mean. So but it will not make you immune to heat overall. There are certain things that people are telling me are hot, and I don't think they are. It happens. But you can't. Here you go, Ghost Rider. Highly doubt it. I do not know many people with a tolerance greater than mine, and I still hurt myself. I don't either. You got Dean. I'll tell you. I talked about this before, but I did. Mark, I'll talk about Tommy in just a second because you did miss it. I watched Dean pull out a performance in Erie, Pennsylvania that was scary. And if you didn't know, it was scary. He was scary on stage. It was unreal. But then he did the golf. Right before he did the golf, he ate a pepper, I think it was a chocolate DEFCON, wasn't it? It was a scary hot pepper. And then he goes over and does this 9 holes from hell. Putt, golf. And each hole is a challenge, like eat 3 peppers. I mean, it was a ridiculous challenge. And I think towards the end, the very last hole, you had to have, or is it the 2 holes? You had to have the death lollipop from Mad Cow. It's 16 million Scoville extract crystals in it. And it is just like, imagine a pumice stone. It's just like melting your mouth hot with not temperature, obviously, just with capsaicin. And it's like a pumice stone. You slide your mouth, you slide over here, it just rakes your mouth. It's just a nightmare. Anyway, Dean does the entire thing. And everybody else, you got to understand, everybody else, when as soon as their ball went in the cup, they can lose the lollipop. They're all like throwing the lollipop out of it, getting rid of it, chucking it. I look over at Dean. Dean's sucking on the lollipop. I'm like, I look at it for a few minutes. I'm watching him eat it, right? I'm like, Dean, you spit that lollipop out. Why are you still sucking on that lollipop? He looks, he goes, I like it. He puts it back up. I'm like, cool, dude. He's a savage, man. For real. He also drank 2 whole bottles of Double Doomed Rebooted. Whole bottles. I don't know a whole lot of people who could do 2 shots of that. Like 2 shot glasses full of it. Forget about it. It's going to make most people freak. He drank 2 bottles. That's terrifying. Unbelievable to me. Frightening, really. But there are a lot of people with very, very high tolerances now. which is funny because when I started, there was nobody doing this. I was like the savage when I started. I can't even hang with people today. Thank God I started doing this when I started doing this. Really? If your tolerance is high, your immune is lower to heat. No more tasting my prototype then. If your tolerance is high, you're immune to lower heat. Yeah, you are, but it doesn't mean I can't appreciate it. And it doesn't mean I can't tell that there's heat in it. Like something that's a 10 for other people. Like at the peak season, Mike, my one is a chili head, like a chili head 7 during the pepper season. So if I say something's at a 2, that's like an 8 or 9 for a chili head, like somebody who does it. You know what I mean? I have a really high tolerance during chili season, but it goes up and down a lot. That doesn't mean I don't appreciate and still can't. You can taste the heat and lower heat items. They just don't do to you what they do to everybody else. You know what I mean? But I wouldn't say don't make that, because here's the truth of it. What segment of the slice of the chili head community do you think eats stuff like I eat stuff, or like Dean or Chili Phil or Dale Cox? You know, how many of this? I can tell you because we sell hot products. The highest selling products in the world is something, they're going to be low heat stuff, like sriracha that everybody can eat. It's a condiment. It's not going to be 7-pot primo hot sauce. You know what I mean? For that, Dean is a chili animal. That was crazy. It was scary, man. Like I wouldn't want to. I said to him that night, I'm like, I don't ever want to sit at a table with you unless we're side by side having dinner together. And there's a room full of people. We're at a picnic table or something. I don't ever want to sit across from him in a chili contest. I just don't. Hi, Pam. Thank you for being here. Good to see you. Brock Bandy. Hello, good sir. Boy, Meet the Mods is going to be a really, really fun series. I can't wait for it. Yeah, Black Death was the lollipop that he had in his mouth. It was stupid. Oh, no, what? Yeah, it was. Wasn't it black? Yeah, it was, because it was all chocolate and black. It's the hottest. It's stupid hot. When I did it, it hurt my my gums. My gums the next day hurt. It hurt for a week, and every day it hurt. I was like, my God, my gums hurt. I was with Tad and Kit, staying with them at their house for the entire time. And I'm like, day 3, I'm like, dude, it's still hurting. He's like, you big sissy, shut up, you big girl. He was riding me, man. Riding me. The 20 Pocky chips and stuff like that is still impressive. Some of those challenges, a lot of the challenges are always going to stand up. Like the plutonium, drinking the whole bottles of plutonium. There's never going to be a day where people are like, he's only drinking a bottle. That's always going to be one of the gnarliest things that I ever did. You know, another one, trying to drink 12 bottles of hot sauce was a stupid idea. That was a bad idea. It was a stupid thing. I knew that when Merle called me, he's like, I got a challenge for you. I said, what? He goes, drink a case of sauce. I said yes, because I'm stupid. And I knew I couldn't. It was a bad idea. Brian Evans, thank you so much. What would you say is the most balanced pepper you've ever eaten, both in heat and flavor? Balanced pepper, heat and flavor. You know what the funny thing is? They're all balanced with heat and flavor if your tolerance is high enough. You know what I mean? There's a perfectly balanced pepper for flavor and heat for every person, just depending on where you are in that scale for your tolerance. So, that said, even when my tolerance is super high, a ghost pepper is just always going to be one of my favorite. They taste great. It's super consistent. They're always going to be the same kind of heat. They're stable as can be. You know what I mean? That would be one of them. You know what? It's such a stable pot. It never you have a jalapeno. Every once in a while, you get one that blows your lid off. That's not going to ever happen to you with a ghost pepper. I've eaten a million of them. I mean, I've eaten so many ghost peppers on video. I've never had one that was like, holy, boy, that was a hotter one than the others. The ghost peppers are ghost peppers. So I'd say I'd probably go with the ghost pepper on that one, Brian. Thank you so much for your super chat, dude. I appreciate it. Now, real quick, we had a quick question. Ghostwriter asked me my funniest chili story. I'm going to tell you in just a minute because I got a dandy one. Johnny Scoville Jr., why, that's my son. Good to see you, dude. Good to see you. All right, so we wanted Mark Alberts wanted an upgrade on Tommy. Tommy, he fell. He was on a look. Here's what happened. This is what happened to Tommy, Mark. He was on that ladder right there, on not the very top rung that's black, but the very one below it, the very first rung at the very top. He was standing on that. All right. He was holding a chainsaw trying to cut the dead leaves at the top of that palm tree. Now, it was a chainsaw on the end of a long pole, an electric job, zzz, like that. And, he was 6 feet off the ground, chainsaw, 54 years old, and he fell. So that's what happened to him. He feels like he's been in a car wreck, like someone's beating him up. He's sore as can be. It's getting, I would imagine tomorrow's going to be worse than today. I'm guessing. But that, he's going to live. Thank God. He was good at falling. He's fallen a lot. He's fallen to more than most, I would say. I'm trying to keep my energy up. I'm fading. But I'll tell you a funny story that'll give me. He is my offspring. They were the very first video that Johnny Jr. ever did for the channel solo. He started the video by saying, "I'm Johnny Skull. I'm the fruit of his loin," he said. He was a kid. He was a little kid. He said, "I'm the fruit of his loin, and I'm his offspring." It's a very funny video. Super unknown. So good to see you. I'm back here. I got closer. It turned from spider to super. Super. Trinidad Scorpion versus Ghost. I'm going to give heat to the Scorpion. Flavor, I'd go with the Ghost. I'm a really big, gigantic Ghost Pepper fan. Yeah, dude, he's okay. It was kind of scary. Yeah, it wasn't fun to watch. It kind of went in slow motion. It was one of those things like, oh my God. Charlie Mullins, hello, bro. Love Charlie Mullins. Good to see you, dude. He's gonna be okay. I promise he is. But it was a bummer. Okay, so here you go. Here's the funniest story. I'm not gonna be on a whole lot longer, but here's the funniest story. It's not about eating peppers, but it's funny now, and it wasn't funny in the moment. I was at Dallas at the Dallas Zest Fest, and I was with David Foy, my partner. I was with College Boy and Big Al. And there were people, if you've never been at a chili festival, let me tell you how it works. Somebody shows up at the booth and they're going to say the same thing to you. You've been at a chili festival and you've experienced this or you've done this, put a 5 in the chat because there are ones that you'll say. This is what the person did. He walks up, give me the hottest thing you got. And it just happens all the time. Now, at most booths, you can give them the hottest thing you want, and you still might end up selling them something. At our booth, if we give them the hottest thing we got, they're going to take off running. We're never going to, they aren't going to buy anything in the moment. They're going to hurt themselves. Eyes peeled. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Look at all the people. They know what I'm talking about. So here's what happened. This guy walked up and goes, give me the hottest thing you got. We call them capsaicin cowboys. I said, how about we start low and work our way up? He's like, why is that? I'm like, because I got stuff here that'll whiten your teeth and blow your hair back. How about that? You aren't ready for this booth yet. You can't talk like that here. You can talk like that at other booths, but you can't talk like that here. Well, give it to me. So I started him off slow. I said, look, I'd like to sell you something. Be real honest with you, but even the hottest thing, you're going to run off. If I start you slow, you might eat something you like, and you'll come back. So he says, start him off slow. People start watching. He's got a few people around. He's like, man, just give me the hottest thing you want. And Big Al's like, give it to him, dude. Burn him. So I gave him a tube of Terra Peanut. One, maybe he had 2. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt and say he had 2. He put the peanuts in his mouth and he just changed colors. Lisa Canty, good to see you. He changed colors and it hit him really, really fast and it was bad and he wasn't having a good time anymore. I'm like, see, that's why we start small and move our way up. Anyway, he takes off and runs. And I was like, so I decided I'd follow him, right? Just to see how he was doing. I have a video of him. I'm going to upload it here the next time. So the next time I tell the story, I can show it to you. In the video he walks across all the booths are everywhere. You can tell he's going through it. He's headed to the bathroom. He stops at one point, doubles up and puts his hands on his knees, gets up and keeps walking, goes straight into the woman's bathroom. Disappears into the woman's bathroom. I got the phone. I'm filming it. He turns around, comes out, and then goes into the men's bathroom. I'm like, man, that's not going to go well in there. I leave him, and I come back to the booth. And while Big Al walks up to me, and he goes, I'm back at the booth now, and I'm selling stuff to people. And Big Al comes up, and he goes, he looks He doesn't joke a lot. I mean, he jokes all the time. He never looks serious, right? He never has a serious look ever. He's a clown. Big Al is just, everything is funny to Big Al. So he just comes back. He's a black dude, right? He looks white. It's amazing. He looks terrified. I'm like, what is wrong with you, dude? He goes, I'm out of here. I'm like, we're in Dallas. We live in North Carolina. What do you mean you're out of here? What the hell are you talking about? He goes, I'm out of here. I said, so I grabbed him. I said, what are you talking about? And he goes, that guy that you had that you fed the peanut to? I said, yeah, he's in the bathroom. I said, I know. I watched him walk in there. He goes, they got a sheet on him. And that's what he said. He just looked wicked serious. I said, sheet. My head was just racing. I said, a sheet? Give me the sheet. I said, is he dead? It's funny now, but you have to understand, Al doesn't get serious, right? So I said, is he dead? He goes, he has a sheet on him, doesn't he? And he gets by me, grabs his stuff, like a backpack, and we came there together. I don't know, I'm terrified. He starts to leave. I'm like, my first thought was, I got to tell you, when he did it, I tasted like metallic in my mouth. I had like this freaky reaction, scared the crap out of me. My first thought was, Foy's my business partner. We're out of town. We're gonna have to get different lawyers. I'm thinking, how are we gonna pull this off? Like, this is like bad. I killed somebody. So I'm watching Big Al, and he stops after about 5 feet. He stops and he turns around and comes back. I'm like, okay. I thought he was gonna come back and say, I'm just kidding. He goes, I left my jacket. Comes in and grabs his jacket and bolts again. So I just thought, for real, it was serious. People are everywhere. And I thought I killed somebody. There could be cops here any minute. I mean, this is like horrible. I can't tell you how scary it was. It was so scary. So about a minute later, he comes back and he's laughing his head off. I was so mad at him. Oh my God. I know. I said to him, I'm going to die. Whatever day I die, I could live an extra 8 hours or a day or two. If you didn't do this to me, I know I'm going to die sooner because of that. It was horrifying how scary that was, because he doesn't ever get serious. You know what I mean? He's just a clown. Now I'll give you one funny thing, and then I'm going to wrap this up because I don't feel good. This is the funniest someone ate something story. We were at this is in Dallas, and there are people like Dizzy Dragons heard this 1,000 times. There's some people that may have heard this before, because if you've watched the channel a long time, I've told this story because it's a good one. We were in. Boy, there are so many funny ones. You know what? I'll tell you the one about, this is a good one. This is a good one because this could have gone south so bad. We were in Albuquerque. The first time we went to Albuquerque, and I'm with Foy. And people are everywhere, right? I mean, it's a big event, and there's tons of people there. And this guy walks up with he's tall guy. He's taller than me by like 3 inches. He's standing there, and he looks heated. And listen, it's a goodwill building. Everybody's happy. You're buying stuff. You're in your happy zone. You're with all the freaks that understand you. So it's a happy place to be. You don't see people pissed very often. I look at this guy, and the vibe is just this hate vibe is coming at me. I look at him, and he goes, I want to see you eat one of these. And he swore like loud, like not a, you don't swear. This is not, you don't do that you don't do that in my chat, and you don't do that at festivals. There are kids everywhere. And he swears, I want to see you eat one of these. I'm looking around. Is he joking? Who's he talking to? And look, it's not you, Scoville. I know you eat them. And he swore at my partner. I said, hey, you just settle down. What is your problem? He goes, you let my blanking son, 13-year-old son, he said, eat a peanut. He's in the bathroom barfing right now. So I said, you need to lower your mouth, buddy. Settle down. And I walked around to the outside of the booth, and he was just getting loud. I wanted him to get quiet. I said, listen, dude, this is a chili festival. I turn away 18-year-old people here if I'm not sure of it. There's no way your 13-year-old kid ate a peanut here. Here's what happened to your 13-year-old kid. You haven't been watching him. In every place that has mild stuff, he's eating a lot of it. It's built up and it's added up. And he told you ate something here. He did not eat a peanut here. And he swore, and he was this far from me. He stepped into me. I swear I didn't step into him. He stepped into me, and I said, you need to back up, or something bad's going to happen. And I didn't say it like that. I was a jerk, and I used some language I probably shouldn't have used. And I was mad, and he thought better of it. He backed up and turned and walked away. And just as he did, I'm looking at Foy. Foy's behind the booth. I'm in front of the booth. His face, his eyes are this big. I look around and I see like a dozen people like this. Did you get that? Oh my God. And I was like, holy crap. All these people, there's like a dozen people who filmed it. And you guys ever watch Men in Black? I watched it today. You know that little black thing? Everything's cool. Kid ate a peanut at the other booth. Go on your day. Nothing weird happened here. You delete the video. Every one of you delete it right now. I didn't know what to say. So I looked at everybody. I said, hey, please don't. I don't want to see that video up. Please don't do that to me. We didn't feed this kid a peanut. Please don't. Because I said some bad things in that video. I said, please don't post it. And they kind of dispersed. A couple of people bought people. Most of them said, dude, you did handle that. That was awesome. And they were cool. Yeah, a couple of people gave me the dirty eye, I get behind the booth with Foy again. I'm like, what do we do? He goes, what do you mean? What do we do? Do I get in front of that? He goes, how do you get in front of that? So do I make a video and kind of apologize or just say something? Do I make a video? Because there's no way someone's not going to upload that video. And he said, wait until they do. Because they seemed like they liked you. Maybe they won't. But I'm not fooling you. They're oh, she's dreaming. She's twitching because she's dreaming. Look at that little face. Anyway, that was scary because that was I was not a good man in that. I mean, I handled it. I handled it. It wasn't my finest hour. But that was a pretty interesting story. And just because I don't want to end it at only 36 minutes in, one last story. And again, we'll go back to Dallas Zest Fest. I'm with Foy again, and this woman comes to the booth. She says, she started small, and she said to Foy, this is Foy's fault. She said to Foy, these peanuts ain't, and she said something that wasn't very hot. And Foy's like, all right. And he gave her a Tubatera peanut. And this woman chewed it up, looked at David, looked at I, turned around, and she had a girlfriend with her, made a beeline across the auditorium to where the bathrooms were. I didn't think about her again. Foy didn't think about her again. Was this in? Yeah, this is Dallas. And the next morning, because it's like a 2-day show, the next morning I'm sitting here, we're getting set up, just open the doors, right? So we're just chilling out. And there I see her walking towards us. At first, I'm looking at her, I'm like, I recognize her. And she was walking with purpose. She was not happy. I'm like, oh, crap, she's coming here. David, look at this. And she walked up to David and I. She went, you, and please nobody type this in the chat. But she dropped a swear word that has been uttered by Samuel Jackson more than any other actor in the history of cinema. Don't type it, please. Mods, be on your toes. But she went, you. She did. She said, I just looked at her. I said, I didn't know what to say. She says, I ate that peanut here last night. She goes, do you know I had plans last night? I was going to dinner. She goes, I ate that peanut. I walked across. I went to the bathroom. I went into the stall. I took all my clothes off, passed them to my girlfriend under the stall. I sat there for an hour and a half sick. I left and went to the urgent care. She goes, I was going to dinner last night. I'm so mad at you. She goes, I'm mad with you. She said, I'll never forget. I'm mad with you. And I'm trying not to laugh, but it was really funny, But that's a funny one. That's a funny one. Hey, you guys are awesome. I love you. I'm feeling like somebody's been hitting me with a bat the whole time I've been doing this. Fowler is right here. Please understand that, not Fowler, excuse me. He's talking to Fowler. Lego. I wasn't going to dump on you, Fowler. You're a rock star. But you, Lego, you. No, I'm kidding. Here's what's happening. On Friday, we're finally doing the education of Keith Lego. Keith Lego is my friend, and he is a chili head and a great friend of the bus, and wonderful guy. But he has taken a month off. We're going to do this Friday because on Friday, it is going to be 2 months since he's had anything spicy at all. At all. And what he's going to do is on Friday, he's going to do a drop of this. And if you see, this says as seen on Super Hot, the spicy world of pepper people, the reality show that I was in on Hulu and Disney. This is 10 million Scoville heat units. 10 million. My finger and thumb are burning just holding this. And Lego hasn't eaten anything hot in, it'll be 2 months, and he's going to have some of that. So now we were supposed to do it. We had to change it for some reason. We were supposed to do it again. Had to change it for some reason. We've assessed a 2-drop penalty with Mr. Lego. So he's going to have to do 3 drops right out of the gate. You really don't. I'm teasing you. One is going to really, can I tell you something? If he lives to be like 5 million years old, he is not going to forget what's going to happen to him on Friday. He's going to remember that until the day he shuts his eyes for the last time. And I'm not joking. And that's going to be on Friday, you guys. You know what I might do? You know what I'm going to do? I just had a great idea. That's going to be no, let me think about it. Here's what I was going to, say, here's what I was thinking. I don't want to make anybody mad at me. I was thinking about making that bus pass only initially what initially happens. It'll be just for people with a bus pass. And then the next day or 2 days later, I'll upload it for everybody else. I was going to do that, but I don't want people, I can feel someone upset at me right now. I don't want anybody upset with me. And Tad is going to enjoy every minute of Lego burning. All right, so look at Lego. Listen, look at that. How about that? 2 drops. He's going to 2 drops. I promise you, it's going to, within 3 minutes, your ears are going to be burning. If there's any consolation, one thing that's going to happen, since you haven't anything hot in 2 months, the endorphin rush is going to hit you hard, and your pain level is going to go from off the chart to like, where did it go? Mark my words, it's going to be really, has that happened to you before? It's the strangest feeling in the world. You're in agony, all of a sudden it goes away. It's like, it doesn't make any sense. Yeah, I appreciate all you. I love you guys. I really do. I don't feel well. I'm going to go eat something and lay on the couch, and I'm going to pretend. It's the mind over matter thing. I'm going to pretend I feel great. Ghost Rider's asking big or little drops. Here's the thing, man. I'll show you, Ghost Rider. This is the actual tincture. Give me just a second. You gotta shake this stuff up. Honest to God, it is so hot. It is absurd how hot this stuff is. I've got an endorphin rush from 1 drop. That's no joke. You know what? Very little in the chili world is dangerous. It's the truth. And while you're at it, Kristen, will you please do me a favor and put up Reese, my sister-in-law, who's hilarious. If you haven't subscribed to my sister-in-law or my brother, please do that. But this is the exact stuff. What I was saying was there isn't a whole lot in the chili world that can hurt you. And this is one of the products that's hot enough that it can hurt you. This is how the viscosity of it's a little on the thicker side. That's what the drops look like. And you know, if he just puts it to his tongue, it doesn't even do a drop, just touches that to his tongue, it's going to light. It's going to be something. It's going to be brutal. So here we go. Look at this. Mike has spoken. I dig Mike, and Mike, we're giving Mike authority to say this here. Lego, if you miss again, you needed a whole tube of terror and 5 drops of the tank. Boy, wouldn't that be something? Rock Baby says, I think Tad wants to join you, Johnny, and Lego with the tank. You know what? Tad, have we ever done tincture together? I can't remember. Thank you, Jeremy Fowler. There's Harvest 912. Thank you, Chris and Melinda. There's my sister-in-law. Thank you, Jeremy Fowler. My favorite barbecues, my favorite mustard on the face of the earth is from them. It's their Green Hatch honey mustard. And you know what? You just got it, KM. You have to tell me what you think of it. Good night, Riverdale Gardens. Love you. Thank you for being here. Mark Albert says, sinister. Just sinister. Rob Holden, good to see you, man. Hey, Johnny, hope you're well, dude. Just found out I'm going to be a dad for the first time. Shut up. Wow. I just got a little bit of a dopamine shot from that. No way. First time ever? Oh, wow, Rob. No kidding. And look at that. Kristen likes the aftershock. Rob, let me ask you a question. How old are you? And the mustard is amazing, Kristen says. Oh, first dad ever. Can I tell you something? Want some advice from an old dad? Number one, it's better if you're sober. Okay. But here's the advice I give you. Don't ever stop talking to your wife. Don't ever stop dating your wife. You know what I mean? Stupid, men do. We court, man, when you find the woman and she's the object of your attraction, right? Remember how it was? The minute the fish is in the boat, we think we're done. That never can stop, for starters. But here's why I say it's so important. I worked for a dating service for 18 years, and for 18 years, women told me why they left their husbands, and wives told me husbands told me why their wives left. Going from 2 kids to 3 kids was easy. It was no joke. It was easy to do. It was fun. It was almost easier. Going from 1 kid to 2 kids, it was a joke. It was like I was meant to do that. Like the easiest role I ever fell into. Going from no kid, which is where you are right now, to 1 kid. Oh man. That's reality roundup. You think, man, everything is about to change. Such a wicked, ridiculously quick fashion. Like I remember the minutes, like, oh, okay, my whole life's not about me anymore. I don't matter. All that matters is them. And when I was a good husband and father, I was in the forefront. There were times where I wasn't. Stay sober, please. It's an important thing. You may not have a problem. If you don't, good for you. But boy, I'll tell you what. Congratulations, Rob. That is unbelievable. When you're 35, you know what? That's perfect. You must be excited. Really, my 7th kid was my most difficult. I'm scared by even reading that. My 7th kid was most difficult. But that was one of the kindest humans I know. Wow. My 7th kid. You know what? You have my phone number. Call me. I'll tell you what makes that happen. Sounds like you haven't put that together yet. 7 of them. You're done, right? Holy mackerel, 7 kids. So look, we're done. I'm going to show you my kitty. She's trying to climb out of the basket. My 7-pound baby Maine Coon cat. Look at her. Look at that little face. A little close up. Look at the nose. Adorable. You're loved, kitty. All right, guys. I'm going to go eat something. Love you guys a lot. Thank you for being kind to me. And thanks for being understanding that this is only going 48 minutes instead of a whole hour. No, Ghost, is she going to have kittens? No, you know what? She is a kitten. I know she doesn't look like it. This thing it's not even 5 months old yet. She's on the 18th of this month. 8 days from today, she'll be 5 months old. She's just huge. She's 3.2 kilos. Her dad is 35 pounds. And she has a YouTube channel that we'll start uploading videos tonight, depending on how I feel. But it should be tonight, because I think I have it all figured out. And there is her channel. Her name is Katie Purry. All right. The Dopamine Coon Cat. And the reason we call her the Dopamine Coon Cat is they've proven that we as humans get dopamine from playing with kittens, even from looking at cat videos. So this is the Dopamine Coon Cat. Oh, and look at that. She knows when the camera's on. I love you guys. I really do. Be kind. We'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm Johnny Scoville. And thank you for the prayers for Tommy. He needs them. You think I'm hurting? Oh, look at that. There he is. My baby brother. Prayers for him. Alexina Phillips. So good to see you. Thank you for being here. I'll tell you something, though. Big love, everyone. A little low. Poor guy is going through it. So thank you for the love, you guys. I know that he appreciates it, and so do I. Look at all the love he gets on my channel. Isn't that wonderful? Of course, you know what? I get a ton of love on his. But thank you guys for the ones that have subscribed to Tommy and Reese. Appreciate it tomorrow. And don't forget tomorrow, Silver Surfer. I'm Johnny Scoville, and this was Chase the Heat.